Get your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.
You can set the attributes of chart axes by first selecting the axis within the chart area whose attributes you wish to edit. Note that you may have to be very careful when you click on an axis, as it can be tricky to select a particular axis. But once you have the desired axis selected, you can just choose Chart from the menu bar and then choose Axis Options, or you can just right-click on the selected axis and choose the Axis Options command from the pop-up menu which appears. And this will make the Axis Settings dialog box appear. And the title of the dialog box will change depending on which axis in the chart you selected. In the dialog box, you can set options for the selected axis, and the exact options available change slightly depending upon which axis is selected. On the Layout tab, you can select whether or not to display the axis lines and labels, and also set axis and label options by simply checking or unchecking the desired checkboxes and selecting the desired option buttons. On the Scales tab, you can set scaling options like the minimum and maximum values to display on the axis. If you want Crystal Reports to handle the settings, then you can check the checkboxes under the Auto Scale column for the minimum value, the maximum value, the major interval, and the minor steps. If you would like to set your own value settings for any one of these attributes shown, just uncheck the checkbox and specify the desired value in the box to the right of the attribute label. You also have a separate section of checkbox options below that you can check or uncheck to alter the appearance of the axis as desired. On the Numbers tab, which will appear for numbers on value axes only, you can select the type of numeric formatting to use from the Category drop-down. You can also set the number of decimals to display, whether or not to use a thousands separator, and the abbreviation of the numbers to use for very, very large values. On the Grid Lines tab, you can set the display of the major and minor grid lines for value axes. Once you've set the appearance of the axes within the chart as you would like, just click OK to close the dialog box and apply the selected options.
Like what you see? Pick up your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.